Sports on the Bayou is brought to you by our naming sponsors, Alford and Associates, protecting your business, benefiting your employees. St. Martin and Bork, attorneys at law. Know your rights. And Rouse's Markets, the official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. On today's show, we'll talk plenty of sports, Saints, LSU, Nichols, and high school with a live audience full of energy. Other participating corporate sponsors include Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute, Gen Gators Power Systems, South Louisiana Bank, Quality Rental Tools, Barca Honda, and by Louisiana and Beyond, a new series brought to you by Edison Schwest Offshore. Now from the Eugene J. False and Lorraine False studios in Houma, Louisiana, here's the freaks of football, Bobby, Rich, Mike, Martin, Harry, Stan, and Chuck. It's time for Sports on the Bayou.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another version of Sports on the Bayou. Mike Detillier along with the Cajun Cannon, Bobby Hebert, Rich Marty. We got a Saints win, so we got a lot to talk about. Right after this break, back more with Sports on the Bayou.
Sports on the Bayou is brought to you by Rouse's Markets, official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Alford and Associates, protecting your business, benefiting your employees. And St. Martin and Bork, attorneys at law. Know your rights. When we come back, who's in the crowd?
Rouse's Markets is voted best grocery store in New Orleans, best grocery store in Baton Rouge, Mississippi, Gulf Coast, Thibodaux, Houma, Hammond, Lake Charles, Mobile, year after year. Thank you for choosing us best grocery store on the Gulf Coast. Number one. Thank you.
Thank you.
The number one grocery store
In Mississippi, Alabama,
Louisiana. 1 million customers a week can't be wrong. Welcome to Rouse's.
Every day, thousands of people hit the road heading towards their dreams. But sometimes those dreams collide with a harsh reality. Auto accidents with 18-wheelers can change lives in an instant. That's why you need the experience and expertise of St. Martin and Bork. With over 50 years of experience, St. Martin and Bork have fought for justice for the victims of truck accidents.
If you've been in a wreck with an 18-wheeler, know your rights.
Call St. Martin and Bork today to schedule your free consultation.
Selecting an insurance provider for your business is a big decision.
With over 26 years of experience, our Alford team is your solution for quality and proven coverage.
The customer service you remember from years ago is what we pride our team on.
We know how important your company is to the community.
From small businesses to large businesses, Alford & Associates can manage your insurance. It's our job.
Alford & Associates, benefiting your employees and protecting your business.
Sports on the Bayou is also brought to you by our corporate sponsors, Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute, Gen Gators Power Systems, South Louisiana Bank, Quality Rental Tools, Barker Honda, Edison Schwest Offshore. Now, back to Sports on the Bayou.
Back here on Sports on the Bayou. Martin, I'll throw it to you.
All right, we got a good crowd here today. Robbie Lee's the Chief Communications Officer for Terrebonne Parish. He's been dying to get up on this desk and introduce the people. So, Robbie, 3, 2, 1.
All right, I'm going to do this for Bobby. I'm going to do it like I'm still from South Lafourche.
All right.
We got Alford and Associates.
Yay!
The law officer, St. Martin and Burke and Rouse's Markets. That's all
our
the name and sponsors.
Look, you got two consummates sitting across from each other right here. Yeah, Steve
newly
and Lester.
elected. Yeah, Lester's the newly elected, correct?
Yeah, but Lester you ought to be talking to Steve, get a few pointers right now. That's all I got to say.
You tell him, Lester.
Make sure the meal was under 65
And Rouse is stuck in traffic, right?
Yeah, Rouse is stuck. Somebody need to get on Donnie for that.
Okay, all right.
For our corporate sponsors, we got Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute.
Stan got a big table today. They'll be coming up.
We got another down the bayou boy with Travis and all from Gin Gators Power System.
All right, hey, there they are.
Another down the bayou, South Lafourche Company, Edison Schwess Offshore.
Yeah, what do you have with Up the Bayou people? You got something against Up the Bayou
Hey,
people?
bro, I'm just saying, this is home, and you get more support from down the bayou.
Right, good. I ain't knocking it.
You got Barker Honda.
All right, there you go. There's the crew.
South Louisiana Bank.
Yeah, which is up the
here.
bayou.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Quality Rental Tools.
Look at Gordon Dove over there. Gordon Dove, the CPRA chair, is mingled in with that big group over there. Gordon, good to see you. All right.
Great company over there. GIS Engineering.
There they are.
That's a great group of guys.
Some motley crew over there.
And then, of course, again, another, I'm born and raised Lafourche, Louisiana Cajun Bayou.
Yeah.
He's already tall enough.
There they are.
We got the Cardiovascular Institute of the South.
There we go. Jason back there with his crew.
Where's Harry?
Keep him close.
Yeah, we got HTV people all over here.
we always got
We good.
Of course, my personal favorite, Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government.
Yay! There they are. And you got the fire department right behind with the chief
over there.
Corey Henry back there in the house.
Chief, how y'all keep that table?
Well, he told his crew he'd buy him lunch today. There we go.
We got Explore Houma.
Yeah, we explore Houma. There they are right here.
Oh, there you are.
They struggling today. They just rolling in.
We got the South Central Louisiana Human Services Authority.
There you go. Schla. That's how we pronounce that.
The retired coaches.
All right, we got Coach Albert back there, the legend, Mr. Donnie. He's back there.
We got the Terrebonne Parish School District.
All right, there they are, right there in the front.
And of course, we got the False family.
There we go. We got sprinklings from both sides of the family. Jared Grove's going to help me pull the numbers today because that way I got somebody to blame in the family when you pull the wrong number for everybody else. All right. So, you know we got a new councilman in the house, right? Lester, stand up for a second. Lester, stand up for a second.
Stand up, Lester.
Lester, we know you. We know you.
Lester beat
You
him.
cannot accept any meal now over $60. You do realize that?
Hey, Martin, you need to put his cell phone number up so everybody can see it, because
Yeah,
you
we're
have to
gonna
be
put the
available
cell
to the
phone
public.
number up
Lester.
on the screen. But look, we
Lester, they
thought
set
we
you
would
up.
we thought we'd roll in a little bit of Lester and we'll come back and comment on it. But Lester's been dying. Look
so
at him getting
Lester, we have
sworn
to call
in.
you- we have
So
to
let's
call
roll in a little Lester
We have
on
to
how
call
he
you
feels
sir, or
today.
what?
I'm on the top of the world, looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I found.
Hey, don't give it up. Lester Beamer.
All right, Les.
He's taking hints from Steve Trosclair across the table right there. All right, we're going to be right back. Don't go away.
When we come back, Saints Talk. You won't want to miss this.
Every day, thousands of people hit the road heading towards their dreams. But sometimes those dreams collide with a harsh reality. Auto accidents with 18-wheelers can change lives in an instant. That's why you need the experience and expertise of St. Martin and Bork. With over 50 years of experience, St. Martin and Bork have fought for justice for the victims of truck accidents.
If you've been in a wreck with an 18-wheeler, know your rights.
Call St. Martin and Bork today to schedule your free consultation.
And as you can see behind me, the fury now is starting to happen. The wind's now probably a steady 30 miles per hour, and you'll get gusts from 40 to 45 miles per hour. Of course, that's probably the outer winds of the storm. And if this is the outer winds of the storm, believe me, I don't want to experience the fury of a 140 mile per hour wind.
Don't go to sleep on this tonight and think you're going to wake up and it may be a 1 or it may be gone. Think of it as a 3 or a 4.
Now let's track this hurricane because all indications are it's coming right for Terrebonne and
Sports on the Bayou is brought to you by St. Martin and Bork Attorneys at Law. Know your rights. Alford and Associates, protecting your business, benefiting your employees. And by Rouse's Markets, official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Now, back to Sports on the Bayou.
Guys, we back here on Sports on the Bayou. Finally, a win for Spencer Rattler at quarterback. Kellen Moore's first win as a head coach. We know one thing. Had the Saints not won with Spencer Rattler, we'd be talking about Tyler Shuck being the quarterback this coming. I mean, it's just part of the position. Bob, you played it. 26-14 win over the Giants. But this win, all about defense and turnovers.
Well, if you look at it, it's the last time we won in the Dome. We want to have the Dome field advantage, and I think we've been patient enough. The last home win was almost a year ago, October the 13th, 2024 against Atlanta. That's how long. Now, we beat the Giants on the road, but the last home win in the Dome was October the 13th. That's blasphemy. I'm like, what?
What is that?
I mean, blasphemy. It's like,
I thought you
it's
called him a
unacceptable.
bastard. I didn't
It's
know what that meant.
unacceptable.
Oh, that's what that means?
You don't know that big word at Penn State?
No,
Man, I learned that in
I just know when you're not married. That's a bastard or something. I don't know.
You hear that a lot.
But you look at it, what was key to the game, Rich? Then y'all think, here we go again. Remember, it was 14-3. I'm like, come on, you got to be kidding me. Early in the second quarter, but the Giants didn't score the rest of the game. And you don't see this too often. The Saints, on 5 straight possessions, they forced 5 straight turnovers. Well, hell yeah, you should win. We should have won by way more. That should have been a 3 or 4 touchdown win. But you know what we didn't do? We didn't score touchdowns in the red zone. We were over.
And you missed 2 field goals.
Getting penalties. We still get too many penalties.
No penalties, Rich. You didn't do your homework. We did
the
good.
Giants had a ton of them, but the Saints.
Penalties?
No. Come on, Rich. I do your homework. Okay, look right here. No,
I misread.
They had, you never want 9 or more penalties, 100 yards. They had 8 for 95. No, we've done. I told Coach Moore that last night. We've done outstanding on that. Now we got to do that against the Patriots, and we won't beat New England.
Well, that's going to be a much tougher task.
And we were outstandanding on 3rd down. Mike, that's what we need to do. They only converted 30%. We are right around 50%. No, we played winning football.
Early on.
We had 3.5 points.
Man, Jackson Dart, he was hot.
No, he was hot at the beginning.
Bellinger for 14 yards, first down. They ruled him down on that particular play. But, man, Jackson Dart really played well in the first quarter, but the game didn't end there. Then he throws it out. Again,
we're playing a lot of young
tight
defensive
ends.
backs. I'm telling you, I was so proud of our young defensive backs at the end of the game. All guys that we counted.
Then he throws it to his roommate, Theo Johnson. Rich, you know a little bit about him. He's a Penn State guy.
Yeah. And he beat Reed, but Reed got knocked out. So put the young guys in there.
So Spencer Rattler over the middle. Nice catch. But he got to settle for a field goal here.
And Spencer Rattler was awesome in OTAs and minicamp and training camp, moving the team. But he's not been good ever since I watched him in the red zone.
And
that's
again,
what he has to get better.
You talk about thread the needle. Jackson Dart hit Bellinger on the play, touchdown. It's 14-3. Saints get it downfield. Moving the football, Chris Olave. Bobby
right over the middle.
But then, guess what?
He
missed 2. What did he miss 2?
Here. It's 14-6.
If you look, we counted on our kicker. He's missed 5 field goals this season. He missed only 4 all of last season.
But the offensive play of the game, Rashid Shaheed for the big score. And when you're going to run the type of offense the Saints have, you're going to have to hit big plays. They were able to hit it on that particular one. Punch the ball out. Jonas Sanker, who has really, really played well.
He's the best draft pick we have on the team, I think.
Well, I don't know. I'll take that Kelvin Banks guy. I think
he's pretty good. He can't run block good enough to me. He got to run block better.
So Groupie comes in, hits the field goal. So now you got a 16-14 lead at half. Bob, I know you were happy about that because it didn't look like that early.
No, we finally we had only led throughout the whole season with like only 4 minutes.
Then
so we
Jackson
the third
Dart,
quarter, we actually were leading.
He takes off running, and like the ball, I don't know if it hit his leg. It just came out.
Yeah, and you got to protect that football. You can't just hold
and
around
Taysom
like a
Hill.
Bread. Come on.
Taysom Hill with the throw.
Just having him out there, though.
Yeah, that was a big kind of lift to your football team to get Taysom and Foster Morrow out there on your team. So now it's 19-14. And they drive, and guess what?
Scoop and score.
Scatterboo fumbles the ball. Jordan Howden comes in for Justin Reed, who got the concussion, and Howden in for the score.
Man, you want to talk about chunk plays? How many Saints games you watch in just an NFL game? Hell no, you shouldn't lose. You have an 87-yard touchdown pass and an 86-yard scoop and score. That reminds me of Darren Sharper days. Remember when we had won the Super Bowl?
That 1 year
we
in
had
09.
like 7 special teams or defensive touchdowns. Well, hell yeah, that's maybe a little mojo's going our way right now.
You look at what a rookie quarterback goes through, Rich. You see it with Jackson Dart. He has a great first quarter, and then it falls apart after that for him.
We talked about it, and Breeze has said it so many times. You can't play a rookie quarterback. I mean, if you're doing that, you're desperate. You got really problems.
Well, you know,
they're not ready. They can't be.
But Rich, look at this. Drake May. He started to the latter part of the season with the Patriots.
And he looked lousy early, but late.
He outplayed
really
Josh Allen. I don't know if you watched the
outplayed
Patriots
Josh
game.
Sunday night.
Drake May was making throws out his behind.
Well, Jaden Daniels, I mean, is an exception, obviously. Daniels had a great last year. Had a great year.
Think about the year before what C.J. Stroud did on a bad Houston Texans team. That's an anomaly for what Jaden and C.J. did. To have a rookie quarterback come in and everybody, I want to see Tyler Shuck. Well, you're going to see the good and the bad when he comes in. That's just kind of the lay of the land.
As long as Spencer Rattler's doing playing like this, and I'd be interested to see what's happening to the Patriots because it's like a week-to-week basis. No, they're going to give him a chance, Mike. I truly believe. They're going to want to see if both could play, if they have their future quarterback on the team. But you know who is the future? And I think he's number one. Chris Olave is an NFL receiver, but he ain't number one. And I said this last night, Mike. Rashid Shaheed. Yeah. Okay, y'all heard of Tyreek Hill and Jamar Chase, right? Okay, so the last 3.5 seasons, I challenged Coach Moore. We need to get him more chunk plays. Do you know most 40-plus yard touchdowns since 2022? Tyreek Hill has 12. Now he's out for the season with his knee. Jamar Chase, 12. Rashid Shaheed has 11. And most 40-yard players. So I don't know. I told him, whether you're completing or not, we should throw him two deep balls a game.
Two. At least about 5 or 4 or 5.
No,
we'll be back with more sports on the Bayou.
Don't go away. Harry McCulloch talks Nickel State and also a feature of the week.
Selecting an insurance provider for your business is a big decision.
With over 26 years of experience, our Alford team is your solution for quality and proven coverage.
The customer service you remember from years ago is what we pride our team on.
We know how important your company is to the community.
From small businesses to large businesses, Alford & Associates can manage your insurance. It's our job.
Alford & Associates, benefiting your employees and protecting your business.
Rouse's Markets is voted best grocery store in New Orleans, best grocery store in Baton Rouge, Mississippi, Gulf Coast, Thibodeau, Houma, Hammond, Lake Charles, Mobile, year after year. Thank you for choosing us best grocery store on the Gulf Coast. Number one. Thank you.
Thank you.
The number one grocery store
in Mississippi, Alabama,
Louisiana. 1 million customers a week can't be wrong. Welcome to Rouse's.
Every day, thousands of people hit the road heading towards their dreams. But sometimes those dreams collide with a harsh reality. Auto accidents with 18-wheelers can change lives in an instant. That's why you need the experience and expertise of St. Martin & Bork. With over 50 years of experience, St. Martin & Bork have fought for justice for the victims of truck accidents.
If you've been in a wreck with an 18-wheeler, know your rights.
Call St. Martin & Bork today to schedule your free consultation.
Sports on the Bayou is brought to you by Alford & Associates, protecting your business, benefiting your employees. Rouse's Markets, official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. And St. Martin & Bork Attorneys at Law. Know your rights. Now, back to more Sports on the Bayou.
Back here on Sports on the Bayou, I'm going to throw it to the Hall of Famer, H. And H, you got the head football coach of the Nickel State Colonels, Tommy Ryback.
We do. We're actually discussing stuff. So anybody that likes country music, y'all might have heard the guy Riley Green. He's from Jacksonville State. That coach played at Jacksonville State and coached Riley Green.
Yeah, he was there at the same time. Long snapper, really involved in long snapping and music at that time. So
he was a quarterback in high high school. I've seen him interviewed. He goes, "Yeah, I was a quarterback at Jacksonville State." Coach said, "No, he's a deep snapper."
Yeah.
So
he was trying to hit the goalpost with the ball. Yeah.
That's a little stretch.
Well, you got to still throw. You got to be accurate.
Yeah.
You made the right choice.
He's a
going to
big
music.
stud now. He's about 6'4". He's a big kid, but he looks good. Hey, let's talk about the Colonel. So, man, you got a young club. You said 20 freshmen played?
Yeah,
this
20
week?
freshmen played in the game last Saturday.
And how do you kind of build 20 freshmen and still trying to want to compete for a conference title?
Yeah, it's day to day. It's just daily championship habits, having those guys practice the right way, approach the meetings the right way, and come to work and not focus on necessarily the results, but what they need to do each and every day to be successful.
Yeah. So we'll take a look. It was big plays that got you. They had 2 plays over 80 yards. One, the first play of the game, right? They go 80 yards. Here's a look at it, Coach. You don't need to see it. I'm sure you've seen this a bunch. But that's the first play of the game. We're playing Lamar, by the way, in Beaumont. So they get out, start. But then you come back and you settle in the rest of the game. You got a big run here.
Yeah, big chunk play.
30 years. Shane Lee. Coach Shane Lee had 3 carries, 109 yards. Like Bobby was saying, you got to throw it to him. You might want to give it to him a little more.
Yeah. Shane off to a great start. He breaks a long run for about 75 yards and then pulls up with a hamstring. This is it right here.
This is it. Okay, that's why he only got 3 carries.
Yeah, he had a lot more,
So Lee, 109 yards on 3 carries, and he had a big. Oh yeah, you see, sniper got him right there, and. Anybody that's had a hamstring, boy, that hurts. So, look, then they come back and they score, and it's 14-all, and nobody's in the – this is the second quarter. So then a couple of field goals in the game, but all to the fourth quarter, you're playing defense, and then this happens. And, look, your punter's had a good day. He flipped the field a couple of times, and he kicked a 50-yarder here, and then they get a return on you.
Yeah.
So, Coach, what do you tell them? Break down, make those tackles. Can't miss those tackles.
You got to run through the returner. You got to shoot your shot running down there. You don't want to be trying to stop your feet and tackle a moving target. You got to go down there and shoot your shot. And I thought the coverage units had done a great job up until that point, and unfortunately, that was the Achilles heel that got us beat.
So 1-5 now, 1-1 in the league, and the league's all that's important. Like I say, after your early season schedule, that was a tough schedule to get through. How do you get the guys like, hey, we got to learn. We're not freshmen anymore. Those 20 guys, you're not freshmen anymore.
Yeah.
We played 6 games. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, nobody's gonna change their game plan because you're playing with freshmen. You got to be ready and show up every week. And our guys come to work every single day. And so I'm proud of the effort that they're putting in. And we're going to continue to make progress. And this team's going to get better as the year goes on because of what I see on a daily basis that somebody on the outside may not see looking in.
Yeah. So. As you get going, so you want to play the rest of the way. You got to win the conference. So you got to make things happen in the conference.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, we start back next week. We're off this week, and then we'll get a good Stephen F. Austin team on the road in a week, and that'll be a great game for us, man. An opportunity for us to go on the road and win a conference game.
All right. So you've been here 11 years. It's your first year as head coach.
Right.
You've been here 11 years. You know how the system works, right? I mean, anything you're learning as the head guy now, though?
Yeah, just time management. There's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot to coordinate other than just being, previously just being the defense coordinator. You're trying to fix those issues. Now you're trying to fix all the issues on the team, wherever they're showing up, offense, defense, special teams, those kinds of things.
All right, Coach. Well, enjoy the week off. I'm sure you're not going to take any time off.
So, Coach, I have a question for you. Is it wide open? Because you look like, seems like the strength right now in the Southland Conference. Now, Southeastern, they spank McNeese. Nobody, I thought that was a misprint.
That's a big win for them.
Yeah.
But it seems like Texas is really strong. Y'all beat Incarnate Word, but that Lamar team and Stephen F. Austin, that's going to be a big challenge.
Yeah, you got a bunch of good teams in our league, and so it is wide open. And nobody's going to run the table, I don't think. And so it'll be a one-loss team that ends up winning the conference.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck this week. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
The next week. So, all right, guys. Mike.
Thank you, H. We'll be back with more sports on the Bayou.
Right after the break, it's LSU time. Stick around. It's getting good.
Gen Gators Power Systems is the area's leading Kohler standby generator solution, specializing in maintenance, repair, and installation on all major brands, from gas to diesel and 2kW to 2000. Home or commercial, our team has you covered. Our factory-certified technicians and installers are highly trained to provide response and repair when you need it the most. We service what we sell, period. Trust the Gen Gators, where we sink our teeth in the service.
No one plans for heart disease. Do you know your risk? High cholesterol, diabetes, smoking, high blood pressure, lack of exercise, obesity. Heart disease could be affecting you, and left untreated can lead to stroke or worse. At Cardiovascular Institute of the South, we believe in prevention and early detection. Our world-renowned cardiologists work with you to reduce your risk before an emergency strikes. Protect your heart. Know your risk. No one plans for heart disease, but we do.
Sports on the Bayou is brought to you by Rouse's Markets, official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Alford & Associates, protecting your business, benefiting your employees. And St. Martin & Bork Attorneys at Law. Know your rights. Now, back with more Sports on the Bayou.
Back here on Sports on the Bayou, guys. LSU had the off week. This coming week plays South Carolina. This is not South Carolina of a year ago. That team had 5 defensive players drafted and 3 signed as undrafted
Maybe
free
can run the
agents.
ball. I don't know.
Well, you got to try.
Yeah, I
now,
agree.
they don't have a running game. Last year, man, Rocket Sanders was really good for them. Lenora Sellers, and I'm just telling you, he's got a chance to be the first overall pick in the draft. His good moments are like Mount Everest-like. Now, a lot of erratic nature with him
Like
throwing the
social media
football.
moments. Oh, you know, people. Oh, look at that dude's a stud. Yeah, that's one play.
Okay, if he doesn't get hurt last year in the, early in the second half, LSU doesn't win that game.
No.
Sellers was running all over them.
And then LSU. That's why he throws a pick 6, and they go, and then the defensive end knocks the crap out of. That's why they got a 15-yard penalty. LSU won with 36-33. No, they lucked
And they
out.
missed a field goal at
And
the
then
end,
you
South
look at the
Carolina.
point spread, I think, is going from 7.5 to 8.5. LSU should take care of it. They should.
They should.
At least win, I think, a touchdown. That's not a lot, depending on how the ball bounces. But, hey, Coach Kelly, like Coach Franklin at Penn State, you know, they all got those big buyouts. I was just talking about this at the break. What would y'all rather do as fans? You overpay the coach, or if we're going to pay all this damn guaranteed money, and you got to give it to the players. You know, everybody's spending about $20 million because you know you got to buy out for like $60 million, whatever, to pay a coach, not the coach. Well, maybe we need to get a coach that maybe not up echelon, but we can trust enough. And get a bunch of players like the Dodgers or Texas Tech. How about that formula? How about we just pay the players and keep them rolling?
Okay. How about we
Think
just
about
go
3
wait.
classes that you can have stud players versus this unbelievable coach like Franklin and Sarkisian, whoever it might be.
Okay, tell me who's the head coach of Texas Tech.
You don't know who he is.
But I can tell you who pays him. Cody Campbell, who's worth about $9 billion, and he tells him, hey,
out for Texas Tech in the
I'm going to
playoffs,
give you
I'm telling
$40 million in the transfer portal. Just make sure you spend it right.
That's not the problem.
40 million.
Who's writing the checks at the university? Who's signing these 10-year contracts? When are the universities
Board of
going to
Supervisors
stand
and
up
the AD.
and say, you know what? 10 years is absurd. The buyout's absurd. We got to figure this out. I mean, they can't continue to pay these buyouts.
Because of the
It's
name
gotta
image,
change.
the name, image, and likeness. I don't know if it'll be next couple of years, but those long-term, big-time contracts. Look, have you heard of Jimbo Fisher lately? What he's doing? No, he got $70 million from Texas A&M
He's a
to
good
go
fisherman.
away.
He's a good
so
fisherman.
yeah, I might
That's what
coach him.
Yeah, he is. But he's on Sirius. I did the show with him. He was like, I don't miss coaching. No, if they're paying me $50 million, I wouldn't miss it either.
He's going to go more the route of Texas Tech and invest in the players instead of the more down.
Well, here's the other thing is the portal thing. Now, I'm just heard the other day Congress is trying to figure out some kind of rules and regulations.
Well, they want a salary cap.
You can forget that.
I mean, the government gets involved, and it could
Then
make
it's
a bad
really messed
situation
up.
worse.
Then it really messed up.
They lock out, lock in. Well, who knows the government?
You know, I was talking to Tommy DePasso, who's a good friend. We roommates at Penn State, who is a lawyer at NFLPA, who's done the last 3 or 4 collective bargaining agreements. And I said, well, it makes a whole lot of sense for me for the college players to unionize. That's the only way you get a collective bargaining agreement. You get some rules and regulations.
Stability.
You know what he said? Not so easy. I'll use one that Bobby said. Not so fast.
Yeah.
because of private schools and public schools, the rules for employees are entirely different. So you really it's a pretty complex issue to circumvent and get around. So I don't know that will happen. So it may have to come from Congress or somebody else. They got to do something.
Yeah,
they can't continue to.
No, it's going to be the Wild Wild West in our lifetime.
Well, I think
there'll be no change.
I think
it's going to be the Wild Wild West.
A college version of the NFL, and it might be the Big Ten and the SEC merge, and they say screw everybody else. And they might get
because they're not going to be able to afford it.
It'd be like it'd be like the NFL, but college football, and then they're not going to care about Tulane or whoever. All these universities you might have went to, and okay, well, what about TCU? But we don't care about that.
What's Chuck?
No. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. Well, he's not here today. Go ahead.
You're going to truly have the haves and the have-nots, I think.
Well, they're not going to be able to afford to pay all the sports. All these schools are not going to be able to continue to pay all the sports.
Okay, think about
so they got to have to do
what Cody
back.
Campbell did. He went out and get the best softball pitcher in the country to bring him to Texas Tech.
And they went to the national championship.
They paid
this softball pitcher $1 million, and they didn't win the championship, but they got there.
And so what's the return on investment for the university for that?
Exposure, maybe, and he wants Texas Tech to be relevant.
He probably is a former player there.
Come on, you ever been to Lubbock? Who in the hell wants to go to Lubbock? It's like freaking tumbleweed.
They do a lot of country music, singing there, I hear, and it could be exciting. I know they have a lot of cattle there in Lubbock.
Keep going, Rich. Keep going with it.
I got it. You'd only Bobby Knight went coach basketball in Lubbock because they paid him. I mean, no, you wouldn't.
And he had no other choice.
You're not retiring.
He had no other way to go.
You're not retiring to Lubbock, Texas. Oh, where are you retiring? Oh, I'm going to spend my heyday years. I'm hanging out in Lubbock. No, unless you have family members, you're not going to Lubbock. But if the Red Raiders, and to think about their offense has always been throw the ball everywhere and
their
get it
defense
done.
is bad
Their
to the bone.
Defense right now, the Fronts have Texas Tech's defense. You would not think that about Texas Tech football. They spread the ball around. Texas Tech's defense is awesome, and you would not think that.
Hopefully, it turns out like we talked about, LSU with a big win over South Carolina.
Yes,
we'll be back with more sports on the Bayou.
Coming up, Chuck Bork or his sit-in will be here for What's Up, Chuck?
Every day, thousands of people hit the road heading towards their dreams. But sometimes those dreams collide with a harsh reality. Auto accidents with 18-wheelers can change lives in an instant. That's why you need the experience and expertise of St. Martin & Bork. With over 50 years of experience, St. Martin & Bork have fought for justice for the victims of truck accidents.
If you've been in a wreck with an 18-wheeler, know your rights.
Call St. Martin & Bork today to schedule your free consultation.
Selecting an insurance provider for your business is a big decision.
With over 26 years of experience, our offered team is your solution for quality and proven coverage.
The customer service you remember from years ago is what we pride our team on.
We know how important your company is to the community.
From small businesses to large businesses, Alford & Associates can manage your insurance. It's our job.
Alford & Associates, benefiting your employees and protecting your business.
Rouse's Markets is voted best grocery store in New Orleans, best grocery store in Baton Rouge, Mississippi, Gulf Coast, Thibodeau, Houma, Hammond, Lake Charles, Mobile, year after year. Thank you for choosing us best grocery store on the Gulf Coast. Number one. Thank you.
Thank you.
The number one grocery store
In Mississippi, Alabama,
Louisiana. 1 million customers a week can't be wrong. Welcome to Rouse's.
Sports on the Bayou is also brought to you by our corporate sponsors. Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute, Gen Gators Power Systems, South Louisiana Bank, Quality Rental Tools, Barker Honda, Edison Schwest Offshore. Now, back to Sports on the Bayou.
We're back here on Sports on the Bayou. This is our What's Up Chuck segment. Chuck must be doing something important. He's not here.
You know, he's busy.
Okay. Yeah, you filling in for us. Always our backup guy that does a great job. You like a starter for us.
Yeah.
Number one draft pick.
Yeah, well, maybe a second round.
We went
pick.
to the left.
Yeah, we got to put that first round pick on Chuck. We're going to give you that early second round to keep.
Okay, very good. I'll take it. I'll take it. You know, it's really interesting. Y'all have talked so much about NIL and talking about these players and how dissension affects and impacts the team. You know, we're talking about how North Carolina's having some issues with that. Interestingly enough, Brian Kelly was asked this week about Kyron Lacey. He was asked about what happened and how things are going. And I think it's just one of these topics that can affect communities. It affects LSU.
Affects our community.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And so it's really interesting that I think that brings up the question about how things that impact our community really infect and can make a difference for your team. You know, and how LSU and their struggle, they're talking about some of the issues with communication and how this team can respond when sometimes the leadership is questioned. Brian Kelly got asked about who's going to start, who's going to be your quarterback. And if he was
you
hurt,
learn one thing with Brian Kelly, he don't ever tell you the truth. Man, he swings,
communication.
He swings that all over the board first. Nussmeier wasn't hurt. Then he's hurt a little bit. Then now he's really not hurt. He's 100%. Now he's hurt.
Him. Yeah, the bye
So
week helped
come on. I got coaches in my family. I hate to admit it, but they all lie. I mean, they're not going to tell you the truth about what's going on their football team. I'm looking at a couple of coaches now. They're laughing about it. Come on, why should I tell you really what's going on? But the thing with Kyron's different. He's a former player with your team. He was a guy everybody really he was galvanized. People really loved playing with Kyron. He was a great teammate and everything. But Brian sort of sidestepped all that. I don't think he wanted to get himself involved with any of this at this stage.
Well, he sidestepped every one of those questions.
He does that every week.
Yeah, and you get to see
They
it.
got some fans. Y'all got to explain. I don't know if this is the right show to do this, but why are we bringing up Kyron Lacey? Y'all got to explain. Some people might not know this.
Okay.
Well, Martin had the video, I think, late last week, showing that basically what Kyron was accused of. What's right is right.
Right.
Okay, that's all we want in our community.
And what really happened, and that's one of the things that Martin and Matt brought up last week, and those things are continuing to resonate. We're still talking about that, but a lot of this is going to come out. That the governor met with some of the people involved, the DA's office and state police. It's a big story.
It's a national deal now.
Yes.
When you got the New York Times come up with a story on that.
Right.
Okay, it's not just a local issue. It became a national issue once the attorney came on with Martin.
Well, and the tragedy is that the young man lost his life.
That's the worst part of it.
And the gentleman in the wreck lost his life as well.
Lost his life, but I'm saying how it snowballed.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Kyron Lacey.
And the narrative of it was always so negative about Kyron.
Right, it painted him in this picture, and we talk about, I said with Martin on yesterday, very often, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. Well, you know what?
Yes, it can.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah.
And it just, it took him to the point where he was so overwhelmed that he took his life.
Look, you think about it, we didn't grow up in that era of cell phone and social media, everything else. But all these kids today, that's what they grew up with.
Yeah.
They grew up with that social media part, and you can say, well, I don't read it. Come on.
Yeah.
Even coaches, I don't listen to no radio show, or I don't watch TV. They can tell you verbatim what you say.
They listen to both of y'all every week. We know they do.
Well,
Tell me about it.
And then it gets to the point how it affects him and his family, and
Man, that's where you really feel bad for. The families involved with this.
The individual player, boy, I could do so well for myself and my family, and then you go from the penthouse to the outhouse.
Right.
And it was
they live and die with this social media.
Yeah, and it was like,
literally.
you think I have a professional career, would be well compensated.
Bobby, you could talk more about it than anybody else. Being from here, you were able to make it into the pros. That was Kyron's dream.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that he wanted to be a pro player. He probably would have been picked had the incident not happened. He probably would have been picked in late second, maybe early third round. But it changed your life.
Oh,
what would you have done if you didn't have to? If you weren't playing pro ball?
Sales. They'd have moved to Lubbock.
No. I know. I didn't want to work. My dad always made me want to go to college. When he gave me these summer jobs where I'm working offshore and roustabout, roughneck, and I go, oh, I know I don't want to do this. That's hard work. I mean, and you start doing different things, and your occupation, the 4-lane highway back, when you're going to Fouchon and Grand Isle, man, I worked on that with Bo Brothers and T.L. James and all, and a shovel in my hand in the summer. And so I was like, well, I know I don't want to do that. So you start doing a bunch of things. So you want to get college educated and having a chance, to play in the.
But it changed your life.
No, I even did an interview with ESPN, and it changed my life. It was like, oh, would you do it all again, considering I've had 11 concussions now. So one day you might say, what the hell have you ever seen? So I've had 11 concussions, but never more than one in a year. I got all my front teeth knocked out.
That's a bonus.
But I would do it again. I would do it again because the lifestyle, and where I've been able to travel, and the lifestyle I've been able to have with my kids, I would do it again.
And 80%, 85% of the players say the same thing.
Exactly.
All the kids or grandkids play football.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. It's a man's man.
I have friends that never played that are demented, so it doesn't matter.
Keith, thank you so much. We'll be back with more sports on the Bayou.
Right after a short break, Stan Gravois in his Prep Football Roundup.
At Terrebonne General Health System, we believe that health is a journey best traveled together. As your dedicated partner in wellness for over 70 years, we are committed to providing comprehensive, compassionate care. From preventive services, primary and specialty care to advanced treatments, Terrebonne is French for good earth. And good health here on the good earth sounds just right. Together, we can achieve a healthier, happier future for you and your family. Discover more at tghealthsystem.com.
Since 1988, Quality Rental Tools has provided specialized products to the oil and gas industry. Our locations allow for quick service to both land and marine operations. At Quality Rental, our name represents our commitment to our customers. Our uncompromising principles help us remain a strong and vibrant member of the oil and gas industry. To order any of our products for offshore and land needs, call us today at 1-888-922-3449. Quality Rental Tools, our name says it all.
Here at South Louisiana Bank, we know the importance of working together as a team.
We're always here for you when you need a loan. By the way, here's that crawfish powder you needed. You can borrow it anytime.
So whether it's business or personal banking, we do it all. Visit our locations to find out how we can support your financial needs.
Good luck with the restaurant.
Thank you. And tell your mama thanks for the recipe. Her secret's safe with me.
I will.
South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together.
Sports on the Bayou is brought to you by St. Martin and Bork Attorneys at Law. Know your rights. Alford and Associates, protecting your business, benefiting your employees. And by Rouse's Markets, official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Now, back to Sports on the Bayou.
Back here on Sports on the Bayou. Stan, I'll throw it to you. Man, the guy sitting next to you, man, he could suit up today, right?
I am very happy to have here with us today the head coach of the Thibodeau High Tigers, Lowell Narcisse. I'm going to preface that, the head of the 5-0 Thibodeau Tigers.
How about that, Coach?
Yeah, all right.
Congratulations.
Coach Narcisse and his staff have done a terrific job at Thibodeau High, getting into the district slate heavy next week. Talk about what it took. Is it a culture thing? How did this all work for you guys to get out to this great start?
I think it started in January when I got there. Just kind of laying the foundation of telling the kids that, when it does look a certain way. And so every day we got to come here, the way we dress, the way we show up on time, how we act around school, the way we carry ourselves, and all those things kind of carry over into winning. So just trying to get them to emphasize, take care of the little things, let the big things take care of themselves. And so the kids have really bought into it, and now they're starting to see the benefits of taking care of those little things. And now they're hungry for having more success at this point.
I would like you to share a story. We were talking a few weeks ago, and you said that when you were in San Antonio, you started working for an ex-NFLer who was coaching on the high school level, and that you learned a lot there. Tell these guys a little bit about that story.
So when I first got in coaching, I worked for a guy named Matt Schobel, played for the Cincinnati Bengals and Philadelphia Eagles, and he kind of gave me a great foundation, just from the way he ran this program, how detailed he was, how he kind of ran the strict ship about his program and how he ran his program. And so I always try to steal little things from great coaches and just kind of add it to to my program now. And so he did a phenomenal job of just kind of being a mentor to me still to this day. Him, Coach Valdez, Coach Jenkins, I kind of talk to those guys every morning on my way to work. So they're trying to pick their brain as much as possible to kind of continue to kind of grow as I continue to move up.
Lowell, you being a young coach, and I mean, look at us, we all old men, but you're a really young coach in this business. Your ability to relate to a younger athlete, I think is a big key today because, okay, you see coaches, some can, like Andy Reid, he can still sort of relate a little bit to the younger athlete. Some guys can't. But you pretty close almost to the age of a lot of your athletes. And I think it really helps people like you. You love the game, but able to teach, but also the relationship with you and also your athletes.
I think so. Just yesterday, my quarterback was complaining about his shoulder hurt, and so we finally got some guys back from injuries. And so I didn't want the receivers not to go inside without being able to get some catches in. And so I finally threw the ball around a little bit yesterday. And so it's different when you kind of can go out there and not only talk about it, but those kids can see that you can do those things that you preach every day at a high level. So I think yesterday was just kind of a little bit of reminder to them that, that I was one of those highly recruited guys, and that I could still come out here and throw the ball around.
Did they put the gloves on trying to catch your passes?
Some of them did.
What gloves? Who wears gloves? I mean, that's a disgrace.
Coach, do you tell them, make sure you cross the goal line before you drop it? Look at back-to-back NFL games. Look at the Colts and Cardinals. Come on, what are you doing? You're touching a lot of people's money when that happens.
Yeah, so we try to make sure we tell those guys, man, like when we score, we got to get that scoring has to become a habit, so we don't have to celebrate too much about it. Hand the ball to the ref. Let's make sure we get the ball back. Let's make sure.
Joe used to say, "Act like you've been there before, right? Hand the ball."
Not like Barry Sanders and Dalton Hillian.
Sometimes, listen, we had Skip Ezel, who's a local Hall of Famer, and he's coaching quarterbacks over at HL, and we wonder how he can relate to it, the teaching points that go along with it. And for you folks who don't know, Lowell was the top quarterback in all of the United States of America when he came out of St. James High School. Is that easy along the way? Have you learned how to sort of not relate necessarily like Mike was saying, but relate in the sense that you are very physically talented? Mm-hmm. How do you talk to these kids sometimes?
I think one is come from the relationship of understanding how each kids learn, because I was a visual learner. I have some kids that they got to go out there and mess it up 5 times before they get it, and so just kind of getting an understanding of how each kids learn, and then also like what get those kids going. And so I think that comes from building a relationship with them. And so now I know that some kids, I can go out here and talk to them about it one time and they got it, and some kid, like, we're going to stay out here for another 30 minutes after each practice to make sure they get it. And so just understanding your kids as a whole, I think that goes a long way, because now you know how to talk to those kids, how to communicate to them. So now when stuff does go wrong, they know that, when I do get on them, it's coming from a place of love rather than kind of just be mad at them.
Introduce the rest of the table, the guys you have from Thibodeau High here.
Absolutely. So we have our athletic director, Tony Clark, our head athletic trainer, Jared Blackwell.
Man, Jared.
And here's my defensive coordinator, Jared Favorite.
All right.
No, just to give Tony a prop, he's probably sitting there saying we don't talk about Tulane enough here, because Tony played fullback for Tulane in the early 90s, and J-Rock is sort of the godfather of all athletic trainers in the area. Good to have him here, and obviously Coach Favorite's doing a good job with the defense. Hornville this week, talk about what it takes to beat Hornville High School.
I always tell those kids, man, when you start getting into those good competition games, the game come down to about 8 to 10 plays. And so we talked about being great in certain situations, whether it's third down, red zone, obviously winning the turnover battle. And so if we can kind of take care of those things and be great in those situations, I like where we give ourselves a chance to win a game.
Very good. 3 big games in our area this week. St. Charles Catholic coming into town. They'll be taking on Terrebonne High School. Vanderbilt Catholic going to be at South Lafourche. That's a big one in District 8-4A. And, of course, the big one, Thibodeau undefeated at 4-1 Hornville. Best of luck this week.
Thank you.
Good luck, Coach.
We have to take a break. We'll be back with more Sports on the Bayou right after this.
Don't fall asleep now, because when we come back, I'll give away an award to someone who's in the audience on my Stay to Play segment.
Selecting an insurance provider for your business is a big decision.
With over 26 years of experience, our Alford team is your solution for quality and proven coverage.
The customer service you remember from years ago is what we pride our team on.
We know how important your company is to the community.
From small businesses to large businesses, Alford & Associates can manage your insurance. It's our job.
Alford & Associates, benefiting your employees and protecting your business.
Rouse's Markets is voted best grocery store in New Orleans, best grocery store in Baton Rouge, Mississippi, Gulf Coast, Thibodeau, Houma, Hammond, Lake Charles, Mobile, year after year. Thank you for choosing us best grocery store on the Gulf Coast. Number one. Thank you.
Thank you.
The number one grocery store
In Mississippi, Alabama,
Louisiana. 1 million customers a week can't be wrong. Welcome to Rouse's.
Sports on the Bayou is brought to you by Alford and Associates, protecting your business, benefiting your employees. Rouse's Markets, official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. And St. Martin and Bourke Attorneys at Law. Know your rights. Now, back to more Sports on the Bayou.
Back here on Sports on the Bayou. Martin, state of play, brother.
All right, I got the second best athlete in the False family, and Grosside, Edie White Cardinal,
Come on.
Jared Groh.
I don't have a ticket.
Of course, he is the number one real estate seller for the last 4 years. All right, Jared, we're going to pull the first ticket. It's going to be an easy one. It's going to be $20. We're going to warm them up with 20 here. $20 cash.
Put some gas in your car.
All right,
Gas.
here we go.
Get a plate of beans is about all you get with that.
It's a little bit.
One ticket at a time. I'll throw this one back in.
All right. 689.
Wait, you went to Edie White? You can't read?
Tony, hold that out.
Sorry, Edie White. Sorry. All right, what is it?
689.
Yeah, last three digits.
Oh, the last three digits. The last three.
Again.
No.
Again.
20.
It was 50 till he called your name.
It was 2,000 until we saw it was you.
All right. So
A man, look, a man with a $2 billion budget with the CPRA. Nice of you to throw that $20.
So what, Mark? The next one is 40 now? Now it goes to 40?
No, 20. It's 20. We got some more coming.
Oh, some more. Okay.
687.
687.
The last three numbers. Last three numbers.
Hey, come on up.
687.
We got a Schwest company up there. Yes, indeed. What you gonna do with that $20? We'll see.
Go to McDonald's about all you
She's
get.
gonna give it to Gordy.
And you get
All right.
$1 back.
Next one is $50 cash.
Oh, now we get everybody's attention.
50.
Yeah, full tank. Full tank.
Oh, the Demon Dog, 666.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Ryan with the parish.
That's it.
Oh.
That's bad luck.
Wait, you might consider. You might want to consider if you take this $50. Take it and give it to Robbie. Wow. All right, the next one's a Rouse's gift card for $50. This is the last one right here.
720.
Yeah.
It's going backwards.
7-2. Oh, look.
Travis.
Jen gave it. Travis
All
won
right, Travis
$50.
Some lunch meat.
There you go. Get some lunch meat for the can. No, seriously, Jared was a good athlete. I pick on Edie White and him a lot because, I mean, I went to Vanderbilt, he went to Edie White, but...
Well, I mean, E.D. White put a whooping on Salafouche. So,
They did.
Salafouche could score, but they didn't have no defense.
By the way, my alma mater plays your alma mater. Any bets? You want to take a little bet?
Bob, you better not bet.
You want to do the? I'll do the over and under. I take the over.
What's the over? Yeah.
I think no. Salafouche is going to score. They just won't stop nobody.
Vanderbilt's going to score too.
So it'd be a shootout. As I said, take the over.
I'll give you South of Fuchs in 5.
5?
Bob,
What? I mean,
Bob, you better ask for more than that.
No. I said 5. No. 15 or 25?
25.
25's a little
So
high.
15.
10. Split the difference.
I'm going to lose it with 10. I'm telling you.
No. So I
$50. I give you 10.
15.
No, 10.
If you give me 15, I'll give you $100.
All right, 15 it is.
$100.
You got it.
But on Thanksgiving, he's
Go Terriers!
Yeah.
We'll be back. We're ended up here on Sports on the Bayou.
Coming up, a look at next week's game.
Edison Schwest Offshore is more than a fleet. We're an interconnected network of vessels, logistics hubs, and a fast-growing workforce of over 19,000 dedicated professionals across the globe. From the United States to Brazil and the Middle East to Southeast Asia, Schwest provides cutting-edge solutions to a worldwide community. And in the face of evolving demands across the industry, we are committed to operating as the best in the world.
If you're still fixing your car, that's real cute. Why don't you just drive a Honda? The most American-made gas-powered brand, reliable, safe, high quality, and built to last. There's no need to repair what doesn't break. Where reliability meets rebellion, that's the swagger and style of Honda. Because when your car is in the shop, ours is on the road. And remember, it's better at BarkerHonda.com.
Sports on the Bayou is brought to you by Rouse's Markets, official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Alford & Associates, protecting your business, benefiting your employees. And St. Martin and Bork Attorneys at Law. Know your rights. Now, back with more Sports on the Bayou.
Finishing up here on Sports on the Body, I want to tell everybody that this afternoon, Martin False is going to join me on WWL Radio around 4:10 this afternoon, talking about the Kyron Lacey situation. Guys, this coming week, Saints Patriots, you know what, man, I know how Mike Rabel coaches. Drake May, he's never had a quarterback like him. I think the Patriots win, and
So
I wouldn't
do
be
they roll
surprised
or win?
by double digits against the Saints.
I don't.
Yeah, they're doing this. The Patriots, really. I mean, they kind of surprised me watching them the other day.
They got 26 new players on that team of 53.
And
I'm taking the Saints in the 3.5 points.
How effective is
You
coaching?
lose that bet as fast as you lost the one with
No,
Martin.
I think the Saints are going to win straight up.
Straight up?
Lester says no way. Man, don't be hating, Lester.
Don't let it come back to a field goal. We may
Come
be
on,
in
we got to have a
trouble.
little bit of faith, who that's. Come on.
You can't believe anything Lester says now. He's a councilman.
I'm trying to make myself believe in the Saints right now. We won.
Good
we
luck,
went
as
to
I
two,
tell
you
you.
got to win one, and we won one. So
We'll be back next week with another version of Sports on the Bayou.
We'll see you next week on Sports on the Bayou.